From this corner of the world, here in the Cordillera region, we welcome you all to our Man of the World, the 4th edition. Let us welcome this grand celebration of masculinity with responsibility.
Now, but what is constant, permanent, is our past, our beginning, our heritage. It brings us to where we want to go. It defines who we are, of what we are. This year, 2022, the world reopens to new changes it should embrace, to new challenges that is ready to take, and we should be strong enough to take on what is in store for us. Courageous to face what should make us better, stronger, higher, and man enough to unfold the new you, the new us, and ready to be called as the Man of the World. This year, the Man of the World will preserve his beginnings to transform, evolve, to become globally competitive. This year, the Man of the World will be empowered to help open the new world to its better people. Explore new beginnings, fly high to new horizons, and become the man of the new world.
The bahag, or G-string, a loincloth which is the oldest form of clothing commonly used by men throughout the pre-colonial era to cover their middle parts. Historically, made from processed bark of trees or banana stalks, with the development of weaving practices and the availability of cotton cloth, the bahag evolved from what we see today, a symbol of ethnicity. Color schemes and design intricacy identify our various ethno-linguistic groups bearing a specific characteristic and name. The Buntogs and Kankanais call it Wanus. The Ibaloys, Kuval. The Tingyans say Baal, and the Kalingas, Baag. The Isnegs call it Abag, and the Ifugao, Wanno. Depending on the design, it may also serve as an identifier of one's social and economic standing in the community for some ethnic groups. Today, for a generation living with the change of times, we cling to oral traditions, passed down artifacts, and historical archives to further embrace our roots and identity. The bahag evolved from a clothing used from a day-to-day basis to a clothing worn in performances, rituals, special occasions, and celebrations. From a simple loincloth, the bahag became a medium of artistic expression, a symbol of pride for our people, serving as a binding force in the creation of a feeling of unity for our people, a symbol of the rich cultural heritage of our ethnic groups in the Cordillera.
For 2 years, we have long waited for this event to happen, to finally see the new Man of the World who would bring us to greater heights and shout louder what the Man of the World believes in advocacies. To be a man with masculinity coupled with so much responsibility. A man who believes in his heritage, in progress through tourism, to improve oneself through education, all for global transformation. World, are you all ready to see from all over the world? And here they are, wearing the traditional bahag from the highlands of the Cordillera region, together with the Engangsa cultural ensemble, and right on the spot and singing Mineros Band, here are our delegates to the Man of the World, the 4th edition.
Padayawan, umali kayo at tamangan. Hey! Umali, 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 umali. Iturong yoda kami, san balito ay kinabaang na umidaw at kayo si Sete. Mapadayawan, umali kayo at tamangan. Ay! Umali, 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 umali.
The world was beautiful back when it said its first sunrise, and we used to play by the moon. Through the Christmas day, we trips in the car and find the little stars one. The freedom makes it still. When darkness breaks the sending star, the guys were always in between. We couldn't ask for something more, but the dream for the world to see. Bad for impunity, dead for what you believe. Walk the testify. So every possible reach for somebody's soul. Love on your own accord, live justified. Hey! Hallelujah!
Man of the world, China. Man of the world, Czech Republic. Man of the world, Dominican Republic. Man of the world, India. Man of the world, Indonesia. Man of the world, Iran. Man of the world, Iraq. Man of the world, Japan. Man of the world, Korea. Man of the world, Malaysia. Man of the world, Nepal. Man of the world, Netherlands. Man of the world, Nigeria. Man of the world, Philippines. Man of the world, Puerto Rico. Man of the world, Russia. Man of the world, South Africa. Man of the world, Spain. Man of the world, Ukraine. Man of the world, USA. Man of the world, Vietnam. Good evening, Cordillera, and this is the Man of the World, the 4th edition. Here are our hosts for tonight, the international model and actor, Fabio Ide, together with the very stunning Miss Earth 2008, Miss Carla Henry.
Welcome to all of our friends and all of the people who are supporting our delegates this evening. Good evening and welcome to the 4th edition of Man of the World here in our very little corner of Baguio, Philippines. Tonight, let us celebrate in this grand celebration of masculinity with responsibility. So let's give these gentlemen a big, big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, Fabio.
Good evening. Oh my God, you look so
Namumulaklak.
stunning, beautiful,
Thank you.
gorgeous. I heard a while ago upstairs. They said you brought the heat to the coldest city in the country. Is that true?
Well, you know, I don't mean to brag. No, but I don't think it's me, Fabio. I think it's these gorgeous and very, very, very full of personality gentlemen that we were able to catch up and meet at the backstage area. And you know what, Fabio? You're not looking too dapper yourself.
Wow,
you know?
thank you. Hindi ka
You-
bolera.
Para kang ano, you look like one of the candidates yourself.
I wish could be one of the candidates. Maybe in another life. Maybe in another life. But good evening, everyone. Good evening, Baguio City. Good evening, of course, our delegates. Everybody's very excited to see what's going to happen today here in Baguio City. And of course, we are very happy also to be hosting the Man of the World 4th edition. So everyone, let's give them a big, big round of applause.
Now we've got a few countries joining us this evening already, but I want to know who are you guys supporting? Can I hear some? Who is it? I can't hear
Oh, I
you.
heard Thailand. I heard Thailand.
Who?
Philippines. Philippines.
All right, you gotta increase those cheers. I want to hear more. Who are you guys supporting this evening?
Ukraine. You have Ukraine here. Thailand. Louder, guys. Louder. Who else? Vietnam.
Do you have a favorite candidate, Fabio?
I don't have a favorite candidate, of course, but I was able to see some of the delegates a while ago. I'm sure some of them will be doing very, very well tonight. It's hard to tell who's gonna win and who, because we haven't had a very how do you call it? I didn't get to know them personally, so you know it's kind of hard to say. But I'm sure later on we will find out kung sino ang pinaka magaling dito sa Man of the World version 4.
That's true. And you know what? This is actually my first time hosting Man of the World. So I believe that you were able to talk to the organizers. Even what is Man of the World all about?
That's correct. And I also heard that our Man of the World delegates did several activities that would really show their advocacies as well as the advocacies of the Man of the World organization, which are heritage preservation.
I believe also tourism recovery is one of them.
We also have education, which is very important.
Very, very, very important. And most importantly, now this I even had to clarify and really, you know, get to know what it really meant, which is global transformation.
That's correct.
So these gentlemen are not just going to be done with their responsibilities here on the stage this evening. They're actually going to go out to their respective countries and be the ambassadors of Man of the World themselves with the different responsibilities that will be endorsed to them.
Yes, well said. And before we go into that, Carla, let us first say hello to our backstage hosts. They're in the Salon Lounge. Where are they? Where is our backstage host who's going to be helping us here today during the event?
We are very fortunate enough to be joined by two beautiful ladies and one handsome gentleman who's going to help us out tonight and give our audience members tidbits from the backstage. BTS, as we like to call it, right?
Yes, that's correct. Where are they? We're able to meet them kanina. Everyone is very excited to be here with us.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I am just so eager to find out who is actually going to get crowned this evening, but I know that these gentlemen are going to be undergoing several rounds of competition and elimination rounds.
Yes. Actually, a while ago you asked me if I had a candidate that I believe do you have a candidate that you believe? Because a while ago on the backstage, I could see her like looking around and checking everyone. So, what are your thoughts for tonight's event?
My thoughts is, I love my husband. I have to keep reminding myself I love my husband, you know, because there's just all these handsome gentlemen who are also very, very intriguing because I got to talk to a few of them and they got to tell me about their places, where they live, where they're
Yes.
from. Very interesting personalities as well. So I am eager to get to know them more and more this evening.
Yes.
So I believe now, though, our backstage hosts are ready to introduce themselves.
Okay. Let's call them. Oh, there they are. There. Go, guys. Woo! Hello.
Hi Carla, hi Fabio, hi there. I'm with these two gorgeous ladies right now. Hi Cristel, hi Jamie. So far, what can you say about what's happening outside?
I'm actually very excited for what's to come tonight because we are about to crown the Man of the World 2022. How about you, Jamie?
Oh, I am very excited. So we have seen the journey of our delegates since they presented last June 10. And I am just very excited to finally see who among them will become our next Man of the World.
That is true. I know that they have been having a very tight but exciting week, but I know that they will have a lot of memories about this, and the new Man of the World will carry a lot of things that they can share to the other people.
Yes, that's it for tonight. No, I'm not yet done. Just kidding. Carla and Fabio, we will be interviewing some of our delegates later here in backstage. Back to you there.
Thank you so much, Iñaki, Cristel, and Jamie. You guys are doing a fabulous job so far, but we cannot wait to get more tidbits from you guys from the backstage area in just as the competition progresses.
Yes, and at this point in time, we will now go to a commercial break, to give us more time to be ready for the entire competition. And soon, we will come back and we'll be calling our top 15 semifinalists. So stay tuned for that. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back very soon.
And we are back here live in Baguio, Philippines for the Man of the World 4th edition. Now, since the time that our delegates were introduced to the world last June 10, it has been a non-stop and activity-filled week with them. And finally, this grand coronation night. At this point in time, we have now arrived in the most exciting part, but also a bittersweet part, isn't it, Fabio?
Yes, exactly. It is, but I cannot imagine how our delegates are today. Oh my God. We don't know if they're nervous, if they're like, it's a very strong feeling to be here tonight, right?
It really is, and I think we now owe it to our delegates now to move on to the next round of competition. But before that, we will be bidding goodbye to some of our delegates because only 15 will move on to the next round of competition. Are you guys ready for that? Okay, we already have the top 15 results here in my hands. So imagine how nerve-wracking this is for the gentlemen.
I have no idea. I mean, some people like were asking me a while ago if I would have joined this competition. I said, I cannot. I don't know if I have the nerves to do it, if I have the courage to do it. That's why I give it up for these handsome boys here tonight.
You know, I remember my time when I was competing as well. The moment I was standing here on this stage, waiting for my name to be called or waiting for my country to be called, I was just feeling hungry.
Hungry?
I don't know, gentlemen, are you guys feeling a little hungry right now? Yeah, weeks of dieting? Well, you know what? It's going to pay off for 15 of you because now we only have 15 delegates who will be moving on. So let's find out who those lucky 15 are.
Okay.
All right, without further ado, here is your top 15 delegates for Man of the World 4th edition.
All right, join on stage right now our next semi-finalist. Here is Man of the World. Woo Chang-wook from Korea.
Another delegate making it into our top 15 is our MOTW Multimedia Man of the World, Ukraine, Vladimir Grant.
All right, to join us now on the stage, this would not be complete without you, Man of the World, Kenneth Castillo from Dominican Republic.
Our next candidate making it to the top 15 is Man of the World, Vietnam, Nguyen Huan.
Who else is more deserving but you, Man of the World, from USA, Brandex Cruz.
We are almost halfway through, and one of those slots belongs to Man of the World, South Africa, She from Thunder.
All right, now let's go on stage and welcome him again, Man of the World from Malaysia, Ayman Macy.
Next delegate making it into the top 15 is Man of the World. Can I hear some shouts? Some bets? Who you guys think it is? Man of the World, Czech Republic, Peter Kinski.
Rounding up our 10th place is no other than Man of the World, Russia, Roman Fleets.
All right, here we go. Take a deep breath because you are in our top 15. Man of the World, Puerto Rico, Reynaldo Amit Maldonado.
I guess you are one of the favorites of the crowd and obviously of the judges as well. Let's call Man of the World from India, Aditya Kurana.
Here we go. Take your spot in the 15. Man of the World, Nigeria, Equialor Ekechukwu Victor.
Now welcoming our second to the last semi-finalist is no other than Man of the World from Spain, Francis Cervantes.
Two slots remain. Can I give a big, big shout from our audience? Who will make it? We have two more slots only. One of them belongs to Man of the World, very own Philippines, Nadim Elzai.
And now, joining us to our last semi-finalists to complete the round, let's all welcome Man of the World from Netherlands, Tijardo Volema.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your top 15 delegates for Man of the World 4th edition.
A big round of applause to our 15 semi-finalists. Congratulations, guys.
And now, let's get a glimpse and throw it back to our backstage correspondents, Iñaki, Cristel, Jamie. How is it holding up back there?
How are you guys?
Thank you very much, Fabio and Carla. Actually, I'm here backstage with Man of the World, Dominican Republic, and I will have an ambush interview with him. Hi, come here, come here. How are you feeling?
Amazing. Yes, let's go.
How does it feel to be part of the top 15?
Oof, it's difficult, but we can do it because we're always positive. We always with the best attitude.
What are we going to expect from you on the swimwear competition?
Sorry?
Swimmer competition, what can we expect from you?
Be confident.
Okay, very well said. How about you, Jamie and Iñaki? Who do you have there with you?
Okay, so with me is Man of the World, Ukraine. All right. Hi, Man of the World, Ukraine. How are you feeling tonight?
Magandang gabi sa lahat. Sobrang excited na ako. The feelings just going out of me as a fountain to see all of you right here, to see all these emotions, to see my brothers performing so well. And this is just so incredible. Maraming salamat. Mahal po ko kayo.
All right, and now that you are part of the top 15 finalists, can you tell us how you prepared for this Man of the World pageant?
It took a little bit long journey, but I think at the end it's gonna be worth it. And I want to wish all the best luck for my brothers. And I wish you guys have as much joy as you're gonna have just in a while. Relax, because it's gonna get hot. Sobra talaga, promise.
All right, thank you so much, Man of the World, Ukraine. Good luck to your journey. And how about you, Iñaki? Who do you have with you?
Yes, Jamie, here with me is Mr. Netherlands. Come here, Mr. Netherlands. Okay, so being on top 15, how do you feel right now?
Of course, it feels very excited. I am proud. To be honest, the nerves came a little bit in because I was the last one called. But I'm very proud and excited.
So this will be my last question for you. So far, it's been a very jump-packed week for all of you guys. But for you, what is your memorable experience here in Baguio or in Cordillera? The most best experience?
Yeah, I think I would say when we travel to the mountains and there we meet all the kids that are just playing around with not that much stuff, you know, and then I realize how blessed I am in the Netherlands, and the kids look so happy, and that really touches me. So I think that was the most beautiful thing for me.
Good answer, Mr. Netherlands, and that's for us here in backstage and in the backstage, and we will be now going on a commercial break. And after a while, these two past kings of Man of the World, our 2018 king from Vietnam, Kao Shantai, with our Man of the World reigning king from Korea, Jinkyu Kim. See you later.
We may speak different languages.
languages, we are of different colors, but we are here to stand and unite. We may speak different languages, we are of different colors, but we are here to stand and unite.
Presenting the traditional attire of the Tinggen men of Abra. The lower garment, called Baal, is made of woven cloth of predominantly white color. His headdress is made of a simple woven cloth and accessorized with the colorful Abra beads for his necklace. We also have traditional attire of Apayao men, including a G-string abag, which is broader than most of the G-strings of other groups, predominantly blue in color and tasseled at the ends. Bands of red, white, and blue are woven along the ends. For this celebration, he is wearing the embroidered jacket usually worn during the special occasions. He is also adorned with the headdress called abungol and necklace called sipital. That is made of shells shaped into two lobe clover shapes called pawisa. Here are two full Cordillera Regalia, both with spears and shield or kalasag, a representation of the men of the Cordillera who fought for the lands of their ancestors, who built and ensured the continuity of the beliefs and traditions till today. A big round of applause, everyone.
Umali kayo utamangan ay umali, 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 umali. Umali kayo sila, da kayo yadi kail. Umidawat kayo si Pisa, swerte yasan sa lunat. Umali, 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 umali. Nandutogin miigan saan, wadan to'y kaistoryaan. Da kayon to'y mapadayawan, umali kayo at tamangan. Hey! Umali, 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 umali. Iturong yoda kami, san balito ay kinabang ng umidawat kayo si swerte, pigsaya san salunat. Umali, 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 umali.
Ladies and gentlemen, our 2018 King Man of the World, Kao Xuantai.
Maanaban, takayun to'y mapadayawan. Umali kayo at tamangan ay umali, umali, umali.
And our reigning king, Jing Q King.
Umali, umali, umali. Umali kayo sila, da kayo yadi kail-ila. Umidawat kayo si Pisa, swerte yasan sa lunat. Umali, 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 umali. Nandutogin miigan saan, wadan to'y kaistoryaan. Da kayon to'y mapadayawan, umali kayo at
It is our great honor to present to everyone the force behind this year's edition of the Man of the World, to help us show to the world that impossible things are possible if you believe in yourself and go for that dream. Ladies and gentlemen, world, Here is the CEO, COO of the Raycasa Group of Companies. Let us give her a big warm of applause. Miss Jeneline de los Santos Floresca.
Umale, 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 umale. Wadang tuy maitayasan, nuwadayanak maanaban. Tagayun tuy mapadayawan, umali kayo utamangan. Ay! Umale, 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 umale.
Naimbag nga rabi tayo amin, Cordillera. Naimbag, good evening Philippines and good evening world. So this has been a long journey for this 22 gorgeous men. But it has been a lot of great experience for them to see the mountains of the Cordilleras as the host for this Man of the World 4th edition. I lost my voice already. So I don't want to keep the excitement in wait. So I just want to thank everybody who has been a part of this great international pageantry. We have had a lot of discourse, a lot of bashings, a lot of dramas. But you see, today, we have shown the world that in great intention, with our cultural background and with the love that we have from each other, I always say, and I want to keep it long, guys, never settle for less, invest in yourself, be globally competent, and build your own wealth. Have a great evening, everyone.
Umali kayo sina, da kayo ya di kail-ila. Umidawat kayo si Pisa, swerte yasan sa lunat.
Here in the mountains, thousands of years ago, the first farmers of the world designed magnificent landscapes. And here, where they build, they thrive.
Embraced by mighty mountain ranges, among the clouds, our ancestors fought wars and fructified the land.
Across rivers and thick forests, lit by a sun almost within reach, we coexist with nature, and with it, we are forever intertwined with the universe.
We are the children of brave mountain dwellers, immortalized and celebrated through the relics of time. In this iconic region in the Philippines,
homeland of our Cordilleran realtor, joined by 40 other countries,
we will crown the next Man of the World King 2022.
Once again, let's give a big round of applause for Miss Floresca. Now that we have selected our top 15 finalists, we are going to proceed in selecting our top 10. Then finally our top 5 until we declare our 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, and of course, our Man of the World 4th edition. Now, isn't that exciting, everyone?
You guys excited? Still have energy?
Nakakain na ba kayo?
Everybody, we have to like lift them up. Okay, but to help us in selecting our eventual winner for tonight, we will have the members of the selection committee, our panel of judges.
And you know what, Fabio? Their job is not the easy job of this evening. I believe like ours. Ours is the easiest one.
Okay naman, yeah.
Oh, we just get to stand here and talk. But the fate of these gentlemen their fate is in the judges' hands, you know?
That's true, without a doubt. But can we do? We need to do that. We have to do that. We have no choice. So we're gonna, what do you think?
I think we should get to know who the men and women are who are deciding the fate of these gentlemen tonight, because they have the best seat in the house, but the toughest job.
Yeah, so let us now introduce the 9 members of our selection committee. Once we call your name, please, we were gonna ask your judges to please stand up to be acknowledged. So now let's start with our first judge of the panel. He's a Police Lieutenant Colonel Kimberly Esteban Molitas. Let's all give a big round of applause. She's 2 times outstanding policewoman of the Philippines, the first policewoman selected as a Fulbright Humphrey Scholar, one of Asia's emerging leaders and most influential women. Wow! Thank you for being here with us. Again, Miss Kimberly Esteban Molitas. Okay.
Our next judge for this evening is the CEO of Iconic Productions PVT Limited, CEO of VRSP Group of Companies in Dubai, the CEO of Gold Tower Group in Saudi Arabia, and the Director of International Iconic Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Mr. Mohammed Nagaman Latef.
Okay, joining our selection committee is Ms. JD Wahid. She's an international talent partner for 3 companies, CEO of JD Talent Management Malaysia, and Director for Continental, International, and Icon World. Thank you so much for being here with us, Mr. JD Wahid.
Our fourth judge for this evening is the founding Vice President of the Association of Tourism Officers of the Philippines and the Provincial Tourism Operations Office of the Province of Negros Oriental. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Myla May Bromo Abeliana.
Doing this difficult task as well is here with us. Let's all welcome Mr. Jojo Bragais. He's the owner and founder of Bragais Company, known for doing pageant shoes, and he's the official shoe provider and designer to the 6th Miss Universe. Thank you so much for being here with us, Mr. Jojo.
Our sixth judge for this evening is one of Vietnam's most bankable actors and TV stars, the very first Man of the World winner from Vietnam. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cao Xuan Tai.
Joining us here today as part of the panel of judges, let's welcome Marañón Alignan. He's a Ilagan Bachelor's Degree holder for fashion designs. He's also the owner of Glam Hair and Makeup Fashion Designer, and he's also the owner and CEO of Dimple Ace Atelier. Thank you for joining us here.
Our next judge for this evening is the president of Megastar Production, the managing director of Pageantry Magazine, chairman of the following international pageants: Mrs. Tourism, Queen of International Tourism, Mr. and Miss Teen Tourism, Woman of the World, Miss Cinderella of the World, Mr. World, Noble King, Miss Universe Tourism, Festival Queen of the World, and the national director of 30 international pageants, the mother of all pageants. Ladies and gentlemen, Yvette Recalde.
And once again, let's acknowledge the presence of Miss Jeneline D. Floresca. She's the CEO, COO of Ray Casa Group of Companies, and of course, the chairman host of the Man of the World 4th edition. Thank you so much again, Miss Jeneline D. Floresca, for everything you've done for the event. Thank you. She's also our 9th judge for tonight. Yes, of course. Okay.
Our 10th and final judge for this evening is the VP of Ray International Philippines, a digital business strategist of Ray, and the UNE producer of MOT, Man of the World, 4th edition. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Juvie de los Santos Lontoc.
Okay, after introducing our esteemed judges for tonight, we are all set to select our next finalists after they have presented themselves wearing their swimwear. Are you guys ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause to our board of judges for this evening. And before we celebrate the swimwear competition,
Yes.
which is truly going to heat up the stage, let's take a little short break and thank some very special people.
All right.
We speak different languages, we are of different colors, but we are here to stand and unite. We belong to one community, embraced by the love of humanity. We bring inspiration and light. Teaching the world is my goal.
A symbol of visual art and indigenous culture was born in the middle of these parallel mountain ranges. Her hands have inked the skin of brave and mighty men who overcame the fear, anger, and grief of war. In this special edition of Man of the World, we wanted to pay tribute to the living legend of Kalinga, the symbol of Filipino valor. The community of Buscalan, where Apo Wangod lives, is a close-knit community where both culture and tradition have been preserved perfectly. Each hand tapping using the using on the skin with a sait as a needle isn't achieved by choice. This privilege is only for those brave enough to outlive their fears. Camaraderie, bravery, and responsibility. Because coming here, it's not the mountains that you conquer. It's actually yourself. Find yourself in stories, in art, in wonder. Find yourself in the Cordilleras.
Speak different languages, we are of different colors, but we are here to stand and unite. We belong to one community, embraced by the love of humanity. We bring inspiration and light.
All right. So this is now going to be another exciting part of tonight's competition.
Yes. Imagine, Carla, as the stage is now ready to be hit up with the hottest of our delegates for the Man of the Year 4th edition.
Let us not wait any longer and allow us to present our delegates wearing their swimwear provided by Julius Pegaro and their mandators from Jojo Bragais.
Once again, together with the Daeng Ganga Cultural Ensemble, here are our delegates for the Man of the World 4th edition.
nan ayog ko adidan matarusan ay san ginawang indakod agyatan.
Man of the world, Korea.
Sa takuwatan ng anito ay kadwa mansagana amin sana din anino da kalabang tasan nagyat adikan manasasa.
Woo Chang-wook. Man of the world, Ukraine.
Anino ang ay wadaan sika wadaan sika kamang kami nalingo ay matultulin na san liya
Vladimir Grand.
sa ikinawang na paninino
Man of the world, Dominican Republic. Kenneth Castillo. Man of the world, Vietnam. Nguyen Huan. Man of the world, USA. Brandex Cruz. Man of the world, South Africa. Shir Ramsander. Man of the world, Malaysia. Ayman Minsi. Man of the World, Czech Republic. Peter Kinski. Man of the World, Russia. Roman Fleet. Man of the World, Puerto Rico. Reynaldo Amid Maldonado. Man of the World, India. Aditya Khurana. Man of the World, Nigeria. Equialor Ikechukwu Victor. Man of the World, Spain. Francis Cervantes. Man of the World, Philippines. Nadim El-Zain. Man of the World, Netherlands. Chardo Volema.
Napiksan, manus sa takuwadan, anino ay kadwa. Mansaka na amin sana din anino na. Kalaban na sa nagyan, atikan man isa.
Ladies and gentlemen, our fourth edition of men in the world in their swimwear presentation.
Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know, it's never inedible. You will always have technical difficulties here and there,
It's
right,
okay,
Fabio?
yes. We're back. We are finally back again.
We are back here. So, ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause to our 15 delegates of Man of the World 4th edition in their swimwear. Sharing is caring na lang tayo, Fabio.
Please help us here. We're having some technical difficulties. Okay. Well, as you can see, these guys are all ripped. Oh, here we go. And it's all about working out, discipline, and you know what? About dieting. Diet is so important. Like, people think it's just about working out so hard. It's like a balance of everything, right? It's about dieting, working out, focusing. It's really like a all-in-one commitment to join this pageant. What do you think?
You know what I like about the swimwear competition, Fabio? It
What?
doesn't just showcase these gentlemen's abs or how hard they've worked. It showcases also that they really mind their health, you know? They put in the effort to exercise like we all should do. I don't, but maybe I should. But, you know, it's really all about health. This swimwear or the swimsuit competition in any pageant is to showcase one's ability to keep their body and their mind healthy as well.
Yes, very well said. And you know what, Carla? You know what is even more interesting is the fact that the song that was used during their swimwear presentation, that song is entitled Ginawan, or they call it The River. And it is the official soundtrack of the upcoming film 1941 Iti Ima Iti Gubat, directed by Lian Ling and produced by B. Unrevealed Productions and Sine Cordillera.
And take note, everyone, that Ginawang or the river represents the Cordilleran's warrior spirit, which is courageous against the conquerors and troubles alike, yet in a perfect state of peace and acceptance. And these spirits of those who pass away continuously guide those who are left behind as they continue what their predecessors have started.
Yes, Carla, and interestingly, this war song begins with the battle cry of the Digigerido, which is an Aboriginal musical instrument, and its sound is heard over and across hectares of land and can send shivers down the spine. Oh my goodness. Did you feel the shine of spines a while ago?
I felt something. You know, but you know, There are indigenous instruments also fused into the song, giving it a more modern touch and making it captivating for all listeners, all generations, right? Especially with the song's lyric, "We are like the river under the heat of the sun.
Yes.
Come over, thee who are brave, follow us, you who are strong."
Captivating indeed. So thank you so much again to Sine Cordillera for producing that movie as well as that song. Let's give them a big round of applause. Thank you so much.
And with that, I believe it is time for us to award some of our delegates this evening because they have worked so hard and they are the epitome of masculinity with responsibility. So I think these gentlemen deserve to know which one of them have bagged our special awards this evening.
Yes, that's why we will now award the best in swimwear. But together with that, of course, we will be giving out some awards coming from our friends and sponsors. Okay, so we will start with, let's start first with Man of the World Congeniality. Our Man of the World Congeniality goes to Philippines. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations for being an excellent host.
Yes.
Because you made the candidates feel so welcome in the Philippines. All right, our next award for this evening is Mr. Personality. Our Man of the World, Mr. Personality is Man of the World, Dominican Republic.
Congratulations. Moving on to our next awardee for the Man of the World, Most Photogenic. Our Man of the World, Most Photogenic goes to Ukraine. Congratulations.
Our next special award this evening is the Best in National Costume. Now this year, I guess it truly was very hard for our judges to decide who will bag the award of Best in National Costume because we have two winners this year. Man of the World, Best in National Costume goes to both Man of the World, Philippines and Spain.
Congratulations. Okay, moving on to our next award. Let's now call Man of the World for Fashion of the World. Okay, so let's call again for Man of the World, Fashion of the World, Korea. Congratulations.
Now, as we had mentioned earlier, when we announced the top 15, we had an ongoing voting system actually for the Multimedia Award. So we already know that the Man of the World Multimedia is Man of the World Ukraine.
Congratulations. Congratulations again, Ukraine. Now moving on to our next awardee for beachwear. Man of the World beachwear goes to Malaysia. Congratulations. Congratulations. beachwear. Thank you again.
Up next is one of the major prizes for this competition. It is the best in swimwear.
That's correct.
Our best in swimwear goes to Man of the World. Any guesses? Who? I mean, you have to shout it out louder if you want that candidate to win.
Louder.
Best in swimwear is Man of the World, Spain.
Congratulations.
Congratulations and a big round of applause once again to the winners of our special awards and major awards this evening. Give our candidates another big round of applause.
Yes, congratulations to our corporate award winners and to our best in swimwear Man of the World. Man of the World? Who?
Man of the World.
Man of the World? Who?
Whole world.
Yes, you guys are indeed deserving of those awards. Okay, Carla, so what is going to happen now?
You know what? Now we've come to a point again where I dread this again, because as we are progressing in the competition, we will be once again facing another elimination round. So we will be taking our 15 delegates and trimming them down to only 10 who will move forward to compete in the next round of competition.
And we already have the list with us, right? And we're set to count them one by one. Are we gonna do that?
I believe our judges are still tabulating, so we will be handed the results in just a little while.
Okay.
But like we said, only 10 will be moving on to competing in the next round of competition, where we will then again do another final round of elimination, trimming down the 10 to only 5.
Yes.
And in the next round of competition, I kind of like it because we're going to get to know the candidates or the delegates really one by one, and we're going to hear their thoughts and what their perspectives are.
And I'm sure everyone is really looking forward for those. And today is going to be a little different, right? Because we won't be having the question and answer gap. We'll be having something very interesting, which is about the codes, right? Am I correct, Carla?
Yes, you are. They will actually be going to be given the time to speak about something that they are passionate about.
Yes.
And then in the final round of competition, we will be doing things a little bit, differently as well.
Yes.
But at this juncture, though, we do have a short video to show you guys. So let's watch this.
Today, as we hold the 4th Man of the World here in the Cordillera, it is only right to honor our ancestors who passed down their knowledge, tradition, and values to the younger generations. We also honor the men who fought for our lands, like Makliing Dulag, a respected elder from the Butbut tribe in the village of Bugnay in the Cordillera, who, together with the men and women of the Cordillera, fought to oppose the Chico River Dam project. Once built, the dam would flood their community, eventually stealing their lands and livelihood, displacing thousands from various communities. Dulag found the right words to defend his people. Together with other Cordilleran leaders, they solidified opposition against the dam through a series of tribal pacts. The critical role he played eventually led to his demise. His death sparked outrage and ignited the people's heart. The opposition against the dam grew and stood firm. News of Dulag's death spread all over the country. An unsung hero, a catalyst for people to fight for their rights. May we be reminded of our hero, to be catalysts of change, to fight for truth, to be just, to push for our advocacies for the greater good of all, to be like Makliing Dulag, a Cordilleran hero.
are back here at Man of the World 4th edition. I believe, Fabio, this is the time where it's again bittersweet.
Yes, I think so also. Pero I can see you cannot hide your excitement. A while ago we were sitting, we were talking, you're really looking forward to know who will be the 10 finalists here with us. They're coming back. Ta-na-na-na.
Yeah, ta-da-da.
Ta-da-da-da.
We're gonna find out in just a little bit as we wait for our gentlemen to be settled.
Yes.
So we're gonna give the audience now, we're gonna throw it back to you guys. Who do you think is going to make it to the top 10? Who?
Who?
You got those flags, let me see them, wave them in the air.
Where are the flags? Show us the flags. We have Ukraine, Netherlands, Vietnam, Philippines, of course.
This group has been very, very supportive.
Yes, I know, the whole time, right? Nice one, guys.
I think Man of the World Ukraine's gonna owe them a few drinks after this, right? All right, so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's find out who our top 10 semifinalists are. In no particular order, our first semifinalist in the top 10 is Man of the World, India.
All right. The Man of the World title is still up for grabs, including you, Man of the World from Philippines.
Our next top 10 finalist is Man of the World, Czech Republic.
You can be the one to bring home the title. Step forward. Man of the World, Nigeria.
Take a deep breath. You've made it into the top 10. Man of the World, Netherlands.
Okay, to join our top 10 finalists, let's call now Man of the World, Malaysia.
Up next in the top 10 is Man of the World, Korea.
Now joining our 6 finalists, it's our Man of the World. Man of the World from Spain. Congratulations.
Here we go. A few slots remaining, or 2 more slots remaining actually. And one of them belongs to Man of the World, Ukraine.
Now to join our top 10 finalists, let's call Man of the World, Vietnam.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, your top 10 finalists for Man of the World 4th edition. A big round of applause as well to all the other gentlemen who were not able to make it to the top 10. They did an outstanding job and they will always be part of the Man of the World family.
That's true. Congratulations again, our top 10 finalists. Congratulations for reaching this far in the competition. And now my gorgeous host, what is our next move for tonight?
Well, I think it is time for us to throw it back to our backstage correspondents, and let's see how the gentlemen are feeling after they've made it into the top 10. Crystal, Jamie, Iñaki, how are you guys doing?
I haven't seen them in a while, huh? Where are they? Oh, there they are. Hello, guys.
Hi.
Hey.
Alright, so,
Yes, we're here. We're back.
okay, so I am just so excited and I'm actually shaking from all of this excitement and the announcements so far.
Yes, get a grip yourself, Jamie.
I'm trying to.
Well, Jamie, you know what? Not that I want to make you more excited, but I have someone here with us. He's part of the top 10 for Man of the World. How are you feeling right now?
Thank you. I'm feeling pretty good. It's very exciting. Congratulations to everyone, one of my friends, and I'm sorry that some of guys couldn't make it, but it's a competition, and something is like sometimes it's like that, you know. But everyone did such a good job. I have to say that.
Yes. So, what can you say about your supporter watching today? I mean, watching right now.
I would like to thank everyone who support me. I really appreciate all of my followers, my family, my friends. Hi everyone, I'm rocking it.
Thank you very much, Man of the World. Oh, well, you know what? We're pretty close to the elusive title of Man of the World 2022, and we both wish you well. Good luck with the competition. So I think we should give it back to Carla and Fabio.
Oh, wait, we are not going to give it back to Carla and Fabio just yet because we have a surprise guest for everyone.
Oh, right. I almost forgot. Very, very popular person. Am I right?
Yes.
Who is this?
We have with us an international performer and known worldwide, most especially when the video of him singing his song Panalo had, take note, 72 million views on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, Filipino-American rapper, singer, and songwriter, our very own Esmil.
Hey, what's up everybody? Mga kababayan! Turn up! Tayo'y Pilipino, kahit anong kulay ng balat isa sa puso. Mapatagalog, Bisaya o Ilocano, walang tatalo sa pagsik ng ating dugo. Isigaw ng malakas ang ating panalo. Huwag nang pag-usapan ng mga negatibong pangyayari sang mangpanika na sa mundo. Kinabukasan na natin to panalo. Hey, keep running your mouth when you lying and stay on my business. We'll watch you dying. I'm taking my people to heights we crime, but regular living, and that's what I'm trying to prove. Instead of just lying to booze. First true Filipino rapper on the news, sitting Jordan if you cool. Haters can snooze while I put my city on the map. 22 double O, long double city, no cap. Never forget in the street when my cousin was sick, when we always just listen to rap. Kendrick, him and ASAP with some metal of man, but we turn up with that. But mundane till the sun came. No, I want fame like a kid in the trap. Hey, I've been in Spain, with a little S solid. I'm claiming my reign like a king so I can work hard for surviving. Go wave, you trippin', yeah. Had a homie who's crippin', ain't gonna love for the people who talk with songs when they claimin' they listen. These bars never done, 3 stars in the sun. Hey, blue, red, draped down on the flag, no, we never fear none. Most of us think go up with a trust fund that I'm willing to kill for a loved one. Wanna move from another to summer, remind all my people to shout. Tayo'y Pilipino, kahit anong kulay ng balat, isa sa puso. Mapatagalog, Bisaya o Ilocano, walang tatalo sa pagsik ng ating dugo. Isigaw ng malakas ang ating panalo. Huwag nang pag-usapan ng mga negatibo pangyayari sa mangpanika na sa mundo. Kinabukasan na natin to panalo. Hey, kung inakala mo isang ligway lang kaya gamitin na easy, may lakang mapapala kung ganyan ka mag-isip ay bathala ka sisingil utang. Nag-aalig sa loob na lumutang, nain sa turon na may pusang sinabi Ilocano. Uray mo nga aking pagkakinyayo, di ukit Gituyak lang nga gururay no sinuti ang dayo tapno sangsang itam ang inti wagas mo nga payo nga takay kaya tam patayan ka kanatoy bayo di ko bisaya pero sulayan ako ilang sanda kaog tawato na nimo kay imong baba ang sama sa iro murag kumunipya ko kaw maigo makaulik kag wala na kay tungog nga mura kag bungog mana pa ko na ako ang pag-unga na wong sa karon. And I swear, nobody will ever look at me the same way. Gonna make it till it's time, wala bisyo na isays. Dalalan na ako, nung wala pa na pinugutoy sila sumaktan na lahat na nasaktan. Lamang lang lapin na tayo kanila bayani sa karagatan ng bansa na pag-aari ng Pilipino. Despite any turmoil, I'll be proud of my soil. Bakit? Kasi tayo'y Pilipino. Kahit anong kulay ng balat, isa sa puso. Mapatagalog, Bisaya o Ilocano, walang tatalo sa pagsik ng ating dugo. Isigaw ng malakas ang ating panalo. Huwag nang pag-usapan ng mga negatibong pangyayari sa pampanika na sa mundo. Kinabukasan na natin to. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy the show.
We may speak different languages, we are of different colors, but we are here to stand and unite. We belong to one community, embraced by the love of humanity. We bring inspiration and light.
Welcome back to the Man of the World 4th edition Grand Final.
All right, and you may all be wondering about those videos that we have shown you so far during our commercial breaks. Those are actually the videos of well-established and famous people here in the Cordilleran region.
And those videos would somehow show to everyone and to the world that the people here in Cordillera are touching lives around them while also preserving their own heritage, which is, I think, very important nowadays.
Yes, Crystal, and for sure more and more people here in Cordilleras will definitely touch more lives.
That is so true. But now, talking about touching more lives, we will now have the next part of our competition, which is the
Formal
wear
competition.
For sure, our top 10 finalists are now excited to go out there and show us how a gentleman should truly be in front of the stage.
But I think, Jamie, you know what? Before we let them go, let us try to interview at least one of them. Let's call on stage Man of the World, Korea, who made it to the top 10 finalists. Hi, Korea. How are you feeling right now?
Now, I'm so exciting and I'm so happy. I'm so good because
you're not bad. You're good.
Because I'm getting
closer to the
yes. So good.
We're also very happy for you, you know.
All right, so congratulations once again, Man of the World, Korea, and we will be rooting for you. That's it from here, the backstage host. So are we all set for the next part of the competition?
I think we are, Jamie. So why don't we turn the show back to our hosts on stage, Fabio and Carla?
of the World, 4th edition. Fabio, I think it is time that we get a more dapper look at our gentlemen up close and personal, don't you think?
Yes, I think our stage is set to receive again our top 10 finalists. This is the time where they're gonna showcase a bit more of their talent here for us tonight.
That is true, because we're not doing things the typical way in pageantry here at Man of the World. So as we begin our formal tongue twister there, isn't it? Formal wear competition, our delegates will be walking in one by one, and one by one they will be given 45 seconds to give their speech.
Yes.
And once they are done, they will take to the catwalk and show themselves in the formal wear competition. So once again, our gentlemen, we're not just going to see them walk the runway, we're also going to hear them talk and give us their own perspective, their own points of views, and whatever message they want to relay to the world.
Yes, you're right. And we'll now see them once again on this stage as they parade, looking like dashing gentlemen that they are oozing with masculinity.
Yes, masculinity. That is the theme of tonight, right? Masculinity with
Yes.
responsibility. That's why
Yes.
these gentlemen are going to be given a platform to speak their minds. But let us remind the audience, they will only have 45 seconds to do this. After 45 seconds, they will hear this bell. Who's there?
Knock, knock.
Ano, parang may nag-doorbell. All right, but they will hear that bell, and upon hearing that bell, our delegates will then be asked to stop speaking and continue on to do their ramp for the formal wear competition. So I believe things are heating up already tonight. So let us not keep or prolong this already, and let us begin the Man of the World formal wear competition.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are delegates of the Man of the World 2022 for the Formal Wear Competition.
Magandang gabi, Philippines. Okay, so as we are here to speak on the advocacies, I really want to say that yes, education and advocacies are the superior complex in today's generation. As you all know, when COVID hit back very badly to us, many people were badly affected by the education, especially the people who were below poverty line. So education just went social, and the people who were not having that accessibility to go social, we went actually out of the house with my fellow volunteer mates to help them with pre-recorded audio and video versions, so even they can have the education. And they can be to shoulder to the generation that is walking today. Also with that, as you all know, as many might have seen, there is a taboo about the menstruation cycle for the women. We tried our level best to burst that taboo, and also tried to speak to many parents just to tell them that menstruation cycle does not mean you have to stop the education of the ladies. Thank you so much.
Mabuhay, Philippines! So, as I stand here today, seeking for a healthier future, virus has affected us in so many ways, internationally. It affected us physically and mentally. Therefore, we should face these challenges together as we unite and inspire people to take care of their health and build better communities, healthier rather, and to be the best version of ourselves. As my father always tells me, with unity there is always victory. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to tell a message to everyone who is sitting here and everyone who's viewing this. Do you know that more than 7,100 people on Earth commit suicide every year? That's one person every 40 seconds. And the most common death for young people and people that are from discriminated groups is suicide. I would like to tell you that every life is valuable and you should keep on living even if it's hard. Keep on living like you never lived. So when you have someone close by who could have some troubles, or even yourself, please be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm an advocate for welfare for the less privileged people. Growing up as a young child in Nigeria, I watched my parents giving back to the people food items, clothing materials, footwears, and sometimes tuition fee for some of my friends. And watching them doing that restored my faith in humanity. So I decided to follow my parents' footsteps and start giving back. And I've been doing that ever since I was in junior high school till today. And I will keep doing that for the rest of my life. Because giving back to me is more important than thinking about myself alone. Anytime I give something back, I felt fantastic. Because the best way to gain happiness in this world is to give it to other people. Thank you.
Good evening, Philippines. Tjaro Vollema, Man of the World, Netherlands. The last 10 days were very special for me because the experience I felt really made me feel speechless because my heart is filled with the happy faces of the children and I will carry that for the rest of my life. But standing here tonight, I want to use my voice to share the knowledge and the education system of the Netherlands. Because in the Netherlands, children are required to go to school. And I hope that my voice will reach out to those who are not even able to go to school. To keep faith and never give up. So that they can get a chance to get proper education also, as they deserve. And I think and I believe that I have the courage, the attitude, and the heart that can make me the next man of the world. Thank you so much.
Mabuhay Philippines, apa kabar Malaysia, my lovely people, how are you doing? Okay guys, I love to talk about education actually. I think with education, we can break poverty cycle and live this world peacefully. And with education, we can make more places for people who hardly to get access to education. Thank you so much. With hand in hand, men of the world,
I believe we can make this thing together. Thank you so much, Mabuhay Philippines. Mahal kita.
Mabuhay Philippines! I'm man of the world, Korea! Okay. Since I was young, my dream is global model. So I keep trying, don't give up my dream. Finally, I'm on the global stage today. So boys and girls, don't give up your dream. You can do it, dream come true. Thank you!
Mabuhay Philippines, how are you? Men of the world, Spain. My message tonight is stop. Stop wars, discriminations, murders. The key is the education. Like men of the world, Spain, I would like to transmit values like respect, empathy, equality. Secondly, no more children, please, without materials of education. I would like to fight for all the children in the world, have a pencil, have a book, have a teacher, have a school to learning. Thirdly, I would like to continue with my project social in my city and in all my country, visiting children in the hospital and try to give my best smile. Education not change the world. Education change people who will be change the world. Thank you so much.
Magandang gabi sa lahat. Kamusta kayo? Good evening, judges. Good evening, audience. Good evening, everyone. And thank you so much for spending this evening with us. That's a big pleasure and honor. I advocate for the peace in the world. And at first it might sound as a very, very general answer. But who could imagine that in the 21st century, my country would be fully invaded and war got started? Word is the most powerful weapon in the world. Not a gun, not a physical force. With the words we can build relationships, make friendships, make people laugh, make people in love, make them happy. So why not use it in a good way? I believe there is no problem exist in the world that cannot be fixed by words. With the power of speech, we can build or we can destroy, ruin, hurt or kill. If there's innocent people die and a blood spilling on the ground, there is no actual winner. I urge you people to use this powerful weapon in a good intentions to be the example, to show the example to the future generation, to the world. Because at the end of the day, it's not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Thank you.
Mabuhay Philippines, Man of the World Vietnam. I'm very happy and honored to be here today, to be able to stand here. I had to go through a lot of difficulty and constantly try every day to be like that. I always teach myself, try your best to overcome difficulty. Use the difficulty as your motivation. There is no easy way. Just difficult way lead to success. Let's do it. We are win. Thank you for listening.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, your top 10 finalists in the formal wear competition.
Hello.
You have already heard them talk and you have also seen them walk the rock. Now it is up to our judges to decide who among the 5 of them will continue on in the next round of competition.
Yes, and we've reached now the point where we would be giving another awarding on our next set of awards. So thank you again for our sponsors for making this happen. Guys, you guys stay here with us. Our top 10 finalists wearing their formal wear. And let's start with our first awardee.
Our first award for our second set this evening is the Best in Bahag. This is to be awarded by Dr. Malaya Aplaten. Best in Bahag goes to Man of the World, Vietnam!
Congratulations, Vietnam. Our second award is from R&J Cosmetic Products Trading, and it will be presented by Rafi Floresca. Our Man of the World who will receive this award is Czech Republic. Congratulations.
Our next special award this evening is Ray International Ambassador. And that goes to Man of the World, USA!
Our next award from Be Unrivaled Productions Ambassador, and who will be receiving this award is Man of the World, Ukraine. Congratulations.
Next special award is the Sine Cordillera Film Ambassador. And that goes to Man of the World, India!
Our next award is from Casa Infini Builders and Reality Ambassador. Now, the winner of this award is Man of the World, South Africa. Congratulations.
Our best informal wear this evening goes to Man of the World. Man of the World, Netherlands. Now we do have one more special award to give out this evening, but that award is exclusively given to the gentleman who will bag the title of Man of the World 4th edition. And that is the award of the Ray Casa Ambassador. So our Man of the World winner this evening will automatically become our Ray Casa Ambassador. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause to all of the winners of our second set of special awards this evening.
Congratulations. As we now prepare to call our top 5, we would like to pause for a very short while so that we could prepare the stage for the awarding of our next Man of the World
2022.
22, it was like 2020. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, guys.
Speak different languages, we are of different colors, but we are here to stand and unite.
I think we're still waiting for the last video to be shown here on the LCD. In the meantime, how are you feeling, Carla?
I am excited.
Yes, we're very close to go down to our top 5 finalists for tonight.
Very much so. And we'd like to thank everybody that's here with us this evening. Maraming salamat and a big thank you to everyone who's come out to support our delegates.
Yes.
You guys are being so awesome, even at 1 a.m.
I know, right? Good thing Saturday, so tonight this is our party.
Oh, and already, it's 1 a.m. already. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers here this evening.
Happy Father's Days, everyone. It's a beautiful day to celebrate.
Happy Father's Day to you.
Thank you. I can't wait to spend time with my little girl tomorrow. I'm excited to see her. It's gonna be fun.
I'm going to another racket. So first and foremost, we would like to thank all of our partners and sponsors. You have seen them already being flashed on the screen. Yes. But we would like to give a special shout out to all of them because without these people and these companies, Man of the World would not be possible.
That's correct.
So without their undying support, thank you so much to Man of the World. Ray Casa Group of Companies, maraming salamat to give Ray Casa Companies a big round of applause for being the main guys.
Main sponsor. Also like to thank Sine Cordillera,
Royal Productions,
Asian Brand Alliance,
Ray Education International,
Casa Infinity Builders and Reality CO Ltd,
Part of Tourism,
PBS,
The Ulster Products,
Okada Manila,
This Alumni International Foundation,
Global Distinction Awards,
Board of Baba,
The Manor Camp Don't Hide,
TBC Event Contestants Design,
JM Pageant,
Holiday Inn Express Manila,
Front Row,
Winter Hotel and Casino,
Go Manila,
Coca-Cola,
Irving's Food House,
Blessed Blue Cafe,
Deep Air Sense,
Veronica's Kitchen,
Golf Works,
Green TV Tea,
Search Fitness and Lifestyle,
Sounds Level Production Equipment Rental,
Songtree Enterprise,
Times Hotel,
Option PH,
and UA Makeup Academy,
Echo LC and Philippines,
Black Foundation and Safety Liver Recovery Village,
Block 8 Services Philippines,
Cultural Splash Wave,
Let's Go King,
Kiwa and Picard Handicrafts Alpina,
Dojo Brackets. Wow, we have a lot of sponsors tonight, amazing.
Kalina,
Jessica University College,
James Youth Property,
Gary Tuck and I Wedding and Events,
Albert Jacob Kitchen,
C Radio 98.7,
Gibson Hotel and Cafe,
Vine Aesthetics,
Luxury Health and Aesthetics,
Brescia Travel and Tours,
Seattle Construction Services and Supplies,
The Coffee House,
Bayan ng Batalan,
Municipality of King Lion,
City of the Wolf Province of Quino,
Lalawigan ng Kalinga,
Batalan Tourism,
LGUS of Province of Apayao,
Ascender,
Alberto's Pizzeria and Restaurant,
Ana Agricultural Products Trade,
America's Higher Education Alliance, AHEA,
Studio Coffee,
Team C,
Planet Beat Music Box,
Apayao Provincial Police Office, headed by Police Colonel Reynaldo S. Ocayo Jr.
June Food Events,
PTI headed by Director René Boston and for Attorney Mary Elena Ravelo, Provincial Administrator, Representative of the Governor.
Safari Cafe and Restaurant,
Ryan Fernandez,
The VIP Cafe and Restaurant,
Tayo Binget Housing Investment,
The Namoy Museum of Quino,
Disfruten Doreen Garcia, Falcon Team Founder,
Ryan Chris,
Noel Ines,
Province of Apayao through the Leadership of Provincial Governor Eleanor C. Bulog Edgang,
Mayor Josephine M. Tansin,
Provincial Tourism Officer Mr. Rebecca Kami and Mamba.
Provincial Health Office Dr. Amy Liza Maluking.
Attorney King Sabelto.
Congressman Elias C. Pulot Jr.
Mr. Eric Espera, official photographer.
Julius Pigaro, official swimwear designer.
Ms. Anne Garcia.
Figure statements by Shiva Rivera.
Lion LBU, represented by Mayor Sacramento Manila.
Folks online.
Mayor Hector Ruel Haswa of Football Ayaw.
Ma Mercedes Almas.
Happy Wednesday E3. Once again, thank you so much to all of the supporters and corporations who have supported Man of the World through its 4th edition.
Yes, thank you so much for being part of this amazing event. Grabe, so many sponsors, no? Nice.
So many.
Nice.
That's what you call really blessed for a pageant, to have
Yes.
many sponsors.
That's true.
It would be sad if there were none. But you see that there are a lot of people willing to support these gentlemen in their journey. That's why a lot of companies have pledged their support.
Yes, that's true. You said it well. Their journey, their dreams. And it was really nice listening to their speeches a while ago and the things that they have in mind. Not just because they come from certain countries, but because of the persons and the people they became throughout their careers, throughout their lives. And to be here tonight fighting for something that they believe it's beautiful and it's very inspiring, not just for us, but I guess for everyone here tonight, right?
It really is. And having been a pageant girl myself and
I know.
being
A winner, being a
competitor,
winner.
Once upon a time.
But still.
Now we're no longer Miss Earth. We're Mother Earth na.
But this is what I learned here in the Philippines. Once you're a winner, it doesn't matter which year, which pageant, you will always be a winner and people will always look up to you. So, and I'm sure this is the same thing. This is the same thing which these gentlemen tonight are trying to achieve. Something that when they look back, people will always appreciate, they always respect, and they always admire, diba?
Yeah, so one thing we do like to make sure and really like to enforce in pageantry, in competitions like tonight, is really the sense of responsibility that each and every one of these delegates have to continue the advocacies and the passions that they have spoken throughout their journey and to really walk the walk, as we like to say, because they did the talk tonight. Now,
True.
the actions will speak louder than words after the competition is done, because I am sure these gentlemen have the passion to continue it. And as we've seen the previous Man of the World, they've also done tremendous work in their own countries. So we would like to give kudos to the two gentlemen that were here this evening. Maraming salamat, a big thank you to our reigning Man of the World and also our Man of the World 2019, I believe, or 20...
Yes. Yeah, you're correct.
2019, yes. We are finally gathered together here for a pageant like this after 2 years. 2
Imagine.
years we were not allowed to hold a pageant.
They had to wait for 2 years for them to be able to have this amazing event tonight. And I'm so happy that now slowly things are starting to come back to normal. I know we're still not 100%, but we're slowly getting there, diba, Carla?
True, true.
Nice.
Now our tabulators are double, triple checking to see our results are accurate and making sure that it's 100% on
Yes.
the dot.
You're right.
Meanwhile, may 87,000 delivery ba dito?
Ano?
87,000 Jollibee delivery. Ay, may catering pa pala. Ate, may food pa ba?
Almost ready. Soon we'll be finding out our top 5 finalists. Who will be our next Man of the World 2022.
Fabio, they're serving cocktails.
Oh, I love cocktails. Where?
Here.
Huh?
For 2.
It's only for the VIP, VIP area eh.
Aw,
Bawal for the
man.
host. We're still working.
We're still working.
Mamaya siguro pwede.
Pwede pa. But we've had a very, very fun time here. Gentlemen, thank you so much. It's been a
Yes,
privilege
thank you.
to be a host for tonight's competition. You guys are fantastic. It's been nice to get to know some of you. And maybe after tonight, I can get to know more of you guys later on. Before I leave.
Before you go back to your husband.
Before I fly away at 3 a.m.
Just teasing you. Yes, you have a long way back home, huh?
I do. I have a very early flight that I have to get home.
Okay, I think maybe now it's time for us to get to know a little bit more of our candidates.
Yes.
Yes?
I think we should. We should take this opportunity to say hi and
Who you want to
hello.
start with?
How about I take that side, you take this side? Ay, sino yun? All right, here, I'll squeeze in here between you guys. Is that okay? Hi, gentlemen. Hello. Hello. So, we're just gonna interview you guys just a little. Is that okay? Yeah? So, Korea. Are you a big fan of your Korean dramas? Are you a big fan of the television shows in Korea?
Yeah,
Very much?
yeah.
Do you have a favorite?
I have.
Ukraine is saying he has a favorite of your own television series. Do you have one, a favorite actor, Korean actor?
Favorite Korean actor? You know, Lee Byung-hun? My favorite actor.
That's your favorite actor. Well, you know, in the Philippines, we are obsessed with Korean drama here. The television series, all of us. That's why we gave up this. There's no more this in pictures. It's all this now. We do that now.
안녕하세요. Right? 안녕하세요.
This no.
What's that? Like Spider-Man? like that. What does that mean?
Wow, this.
Oh, peace. Oh, not like this. It's like that now. Pshoo, pshoo. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, how about you there,
Yes,
Fabio?
I'm here with Mr. Philippines. How are you tonight?
I'm doing quite well, yeah.
How does it feel to be represent your country right here in Baguio City in the Philippines, of course?
It's a pleasure to raise my flag, Philippines, and it's an honor and I'm proud of it. Of course.
There you go, amazing. How about the World Cup? Who are you gonna be supporting the World Cup in Doha at the end of the year? Because I heard the women team qualified for the World Cup for the first time. The man team not yet. But who are you gonna be supporting during the World Cup this year?
Of course, Philippines.
But aside of Philippines is not included.
As a side of Philippines, I'm a half Palestinian, so I'll be cheering for Palestine. Yeah.
All right, thank you for the answer.
I think
Thank you so
Fabio.
much.
I think
Yes.
Fabio was waiting for you to say you're gonna support Brazil.
I know exactly, but I was like, come on, man. It's okay, next time.
Well, I will. I know. I'll be loyal and I'll support Germany as well.
You support Germany?
Yeah.
Germany is always strong during the World Cup.
They are actually, but they lost last time.
Yes.
First round pa lang.
For Korea. They lost for Korea.
Oh yeah, Korea. You guys beat Germany. All right. Well, thank you very much, gentlemen, for giving us that opportunity to have a little chit chat. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we have our top 5 results.
This is it.
But before that, we're going to keep you guys in your seats just a little bit longer because we are going to award Vine Aesthetics. Now, this award will be given by Miss Emily Sevilla, and the services will be worth 5,000 pesos for the top 10 finalists.
Nice.
So all the top 10 finalists this evening will be given 5,000 pesos worth of services care of Vine Aesthetics.
Wow, congratulations, guys. And all of them are getting it. So it's perfect.
Thank you very much to Miss Emily Sevilla for being so generous and giving our gentlemen an additional award this evening.
Thank you so much.
All right, here we go. Are you guys ready? This is your top 5 finalists for Man of the World 2022. Let us begin with our first finalist.
Our first finalist for our top 5 Men of the World 2022 is Men of the World Philippines! Congratulations!
Our second finalist for this evening is Man of the World Vietnam!
Congratulations, Man of the World, Vietnam. The top 5 would not be complete without you there. Now to join our top 5 finalists, let's call Man of the World, Netherlands.
Second to last slot belongs to Man of the World, India!
And to complete our top 5 finalists and is still on the competition to be our next Man of the World, let us give him a big round of applause. Man of the World, Ukraine!
Here they are, ladies and gentlemen, our 5 finalists for the Man of the World 2022. Let's give them and the gentlemen who were not able to make it to the top 5 a big round of applause.
Congratulations to our top 5 winners for tonight. And right now, we will go straight to our final round, Carla.
All right, you know, this whole night we have been doing things differently, right, Fabio? So why not do the final round a little different as well? So tonight, we're not going to have a final question and answer. What we will have is what we call Coats of the World.
Wow.
This means that our gentlemen will be choosing a flag with a country name on it, and behind that flag is a quote from that respective country.
That's
by
correct.
somebody famous, actually. So, for example, in the USA, one of our delegates quoted a while ago, Winston Churchill. So what can you do for you? It's not what your country can do for you, what you can do for your country. So a quote like that by a famous man like that. Our delegates will then be given 45 seconds to once again talk about their understanding and what they believe that message is, what that message meaning is. And after 45 seconds, they will hear this sound.
No sound? What happened to our sound?
In any case, our delegates will be given 45 seconds to
Explain the quotation.
Explain the quote, and here we go. So why not we start it already?
Yes, and with these quotes, our finalists can motivate, tell a story, encourage, and of course, inspire the world. So I hope this is all clear for now, and it's time to start our final and last round to see who will be the Man of the World 2022. Okay, so shall we begin? Oh, that's the sound.
All right, there we go. Let's begin with our first finalist this evening, Man of the World, Philippines.
Please join us here. Good luck.
All right, Man of the World, Philippines. I have to ask this question because you're Philippines. Do you feel any pressure right now?
Actually, I was feeling a little bit pressure, but right now with this wonderful crowd and all Filipinos are cheering right now, so I want to make everyone proud. So let's see how it goes.
Well, best of luck, Man of the World Philippines. Please choose a flag. And he chooses the USA.
USA, all right.
Your quote this evening is,
Here, want me to, I help you? Here, I hold it and then you.
to be in the center of two good-looking men. My job is so hard. All right, Man of the World Philippines, here's your quote. The United States of America. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. This was said by Ann Landers.
Are you okay? You wanna read one more time? It's fine.
It's all right.
Okay.
If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. All right. So the meaning of this quote is nowadays education is super expensive all across the world. Some countries give a free education to build up unity in that area, in that area or community. So right now, ignorance is not the way we deal with it. The way we deal with it is to try our best and chase our dream. Because rather, if we stayed sitting around and saying that, oh, if education is expensive, work for it, work hard for it to build an empire, and you can get your best education. Thank you.
Well said, Man of the World Philippines. Thank you so much for explaining the quotation from the American flag.
All right, up next is Man of the World, Netherlands. Hello.
Hi.
What's your first name?
Jardo.
Jardo. Am I pronouncing that right? Jardo Carla.
Ano ba yun, ha?
In Bisaya, we call this abtikay. All right. Jardo, so you've been here in the Philippines for how long? How many weeks already? 2 weeks?
Now like 10 days. I guess this is my 10 days.
10 days? And you've been eating a lot of Filipino food?
A lot of rice, a lot of chicken, a lot of vegetables, but I really love it, so I'm a lucky guy.
Oh, so what do you have a favorite Filipino food that you've kind of stuck to or what kind of want to try again?
Yeah, I can remember at the first hotel we were with Men of the World. They had like, I don't know the name of it, but like a sort cucumber juice that we don't have in the Netherlands, or I don't know about it. And that was really tasty, so I love that.
You have to try balot. It's really good. Yeah, it's kind of how do you call it? It's like a delicacy, I would say. It's like a egg with an embryo inside, and it's very good for you.
No, forget
Yes.
balot. Come to Cebu with me. Try lechon. Right? Lechon. It's a very, very Filipino thing. Okay, you don't have to come with me. You can go with Fabio, but you know, sure.
Carla.
But lechon is a very, very big delicacy here. Have you tried it? Lechon?
No, not yet. Not yet.
It's like conchichillo? Conchiquillo?
Cochinillo.
Cochinillo.
Yeah.
Conchichichi.
Anong cochichi?
Yeah, so it's like that. So anyways, try. Anyways, we're getting a no. So, Man of the World Netherlands, please choose a flag.
Go with Ireland.
Ireland. Your quote for this evening is, "We learn from failure, not from success." This was said by Bram Stoker. Once again, we learn from failure, not from success. This was said by Bram Stoker.
Yeah, of course, I totally agree with this quote because, in my opinion, you first have to do things wrong to know how you do them right. Even if you go to school about education, you just do your test the best when you first get failed, because you know what you're doing right. And I think we need to get stuck together and don't blame each other for doing things right. Or also at the gym, I see guys like, hey, you're not doing it good, but you learn from it. So yeah, just keep going and respect each other.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Up next is Man of the World, Ukraine.
You've got a lot of fans.
It's because I believe he's a TikToker.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
Yeah. A TikToker, like, you know, like us young ones.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
All right. So, you are, as I said, you are a TikToker. How did you get into it? Or did it start as a hobby?
You know, I was afraid you're gonna ask me to do something, you know, to do some TikTok right here. Yeah, I started as a hobby during pandemic because there was nothing else to do. You stay at an apartment and you have a lot of time. You gotta do something. Otherwise, you're just gonna go crazy. And yeah, and that's how it started, from the hobby, and it became my passion. And I love what I do, you know.
I do too. It gets quite addicting, doesn't it? All right. Please choose a flag. France. So he
France.
chose France.
Okay.
Vive la France.
Vive la France.
You finally got it right. All right, your quote for this evening is, "He who opens a school closes a prison." This was said by Victor Hugo. He who opens a school closes a prison.
You know, when it comes to school, what is a school, first of all? This is education. This is what you get. This is your basics. This is what your teachers teach you, how to be, what to do, what is good, what is not. When you don't go to school, when you have no education, unfortunately, there's a lot of families, a lot of kids who do not go to school. They do what they think right. And sometimes what they think right is actually wrong. And they don't know this. And this is actually what they teach and study at school. So I wish that in each country we'll have opportunity to go to school, to know what is right and what is wrong. Because at the end of the day, without education, there is no future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Man of the World, Ukraine.
Thank you for your answer.
Up next is Man of the World, India.
India, please join us here on stage.
All right, Man of the World, India. Are you nervous?
Not much, but yeah, I better.
Not much, that's good. Well, let's go straight into you choosing your flag.
Yes. Which flag do you pick?
Pakistan.
Pakistan. Okay. Here we have the Pakistan flag with your quote behind. Let's read it.
Your quote is, "With guns you can kill terrorists, with education you can kill terrorism." This was said by Malala Yousafzai. With guns you can kill terrorists, with education you can kill terrorism.
I think I was really expecting this, but I really want to say this. Even the topics came out on Ukraine and Russia also. I really want to speak on this topic. The thing is, the terrorism or the wars, these are not the countries which are, responsible for it. It is just one person behind it who gets the mind involved in it. He might have his ego in the wars or anything like that. But if you have the true knowledge, whom to follow and whom not to, that is where education will lead you to. If you get the knowledge, whom to follow, whom not to, you will never get into terrorism. Trust me. Terrorism is nothing but just a mindset which has gone in a wrong way. You miss the self-belief, you go in the different way. Believe in yourself, choose your path wisely, and yes, do have education before you choose it. Thank you so much.
Very well said, Mr. Man of the World, India. Thank you so much for your answer. Very well said.
Hello, Man of the World, Vietnam. Do we have an interpreter? Here we go. Here's your interpreter.
Hello.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Man of the World, Vietnam, please choose a flag. I love it. He's very literal. He went and he chose. He's a man who knows what he wants. All right. Your quote for this evening is, "A little learning is a dangerous thing." This was said by Alexander Pope. A little learning is a dangerous thing.
Câu hỏi của em tối nay là những cái điều học hỏi nhỏ là những điều nguy hiểm. Những điều học hỏi nhỏ là những điều nguy hiểm. A little, những điều nguy hiểm. Đó là một cái câu của Alexander Pope.
Sorry, everyone. I don't speak English very well. Yeah. Những cái điều những điều học hỏi nhỏ là những điều nguy hiểm. Thì theo tôi nghĩ cái này đó là do cách tiếp thu và tiếp nhận của mỗi người như thế nào. Tại vì mỗi người sẽ có mỗi cách suy nghĩ và sẽ có mỗi cái tư duy khác nhau. Đôi khi những cái điều nhỏ đó bạn với một cái tư duy không gọi là không được tốt thì bạn sẽ tiếp thu một cách sai trái và bạn sẽ làm sai cái điều đó. Nhưng tư duy của bạn tốt thì bạn tiếp thu cái điều nhỏ nhặt đó nó ít, nhưng mà đôi khi bạn sẽ tìm hiểu được từ cái điều nhỏ đó và nó thể thành một cái điều rất là lớn lao. Đôi khi một cái điều nhỏ nó sẽ làm nên cái sự thành công to lớn cho bạn trong tương lai. Thì chốt lại thì tôi nghĩ cái sự nhỏ đó nó không phải là một cái điều xấu xa, mà đó là do cách nhận thức của mỗi người chúng ta. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, every little thing is good for us, even big thing or small thing. When we learn, it's also good for ourselves. The more important is that we have to realize what is the good thing in our life. This is our mindset is more important than little or big thing. Even we learn every little thing can contribute to our characteristic. So finally, we think that mindset is more important than anything.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for helping us here, translating. Thank you also, Man of the World Vietnam.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A big round of applause for your top 5 finalists for Man of the World 4th edition. As we are going to take a deep, big breath as we await the judges' results on who will become the new Man of the World.
Yes, and with that, for sure, you also held your breaths there. So let's sit back now, Carla. Let's relax for a few minutes, because when we come back, we will have our Man of the World top 5 finalists' final look as they parade to the song of Easy Mile once again. So see you in a while, and we'll be back very soon.
Speak different languages, we are of different colors, but we are here to stand and unite. Belong to one
We are delighted to inform you that we have chosen the province of Apayao as our main beneficiaries for our charity. Through your assistance and support in our Man of the World 4th edition series of events, we will be able to provide and enhance the sustainable weaving livelihood of women in the province, specifically through the Ava Loom Weaving and Sewing Organization. In Ava Garden, Kalanasan, Apayao, our stories, our identities are weaved in our tapestries. Thus, it is imperative that we ensure the continuity of our weaving practices. And it is only right to support the livelihood of our women, of our Cordilleran weavers.
Ayan na! Ayan na! Ayan na!
I got that adrenaline momentum, not knowing when I'm never gonna slow up and I'm ready to snap any momentum. Thinking it's time to go get 'em. They ain't gonna know what hit 'em when they get beat with the venom. I got that adrenaline momentum, not knowing when I'm never gonna slow up and I'm ready to snap any momentum. Thinking it's time to go get 'em. They ain't gonna know what hit 'em when they get beat with the
push. I got broads in the land, to the V in the front, credit cards in the scams, in the hooks in the van, legacies, fan, AC look like a plan, going out like a Montana, the killers on the hill, legacies, fan, AC, Huggy smoke, Dan, selling ball, been on the macho like Randy, the traffic go out to the brand, the nigga pull you can. I got broads in the land, she's at the E in the plan, credit cards and scams, hitting the loose in the van, legacy, plan, fancy, look like a plan, going out like a Montana, can.
This world shall know pain. Almighty push.
I got broads in the land, to the V in the front, credit cards and the scams, in the hooks in the van, legacies, fan, AC look like a plan, going out like a Montana, the killers on the hill, legacies, fan, AC, Huggy smoke, Dan, selling ball, been on the macho like Randy, the traffic go out to the brand, the nigga pull you can.
My heart beats faster over again.
It's like a hurricane, wanting to try and stay. Pain won't go away, causing more.
Man of the world, Philippines. Nadine Elzane. Of the world, Vietnam. Nguyen Vu An.
Back in summer, still the same. All is warmer, only pain. Frozen water, I'm sad and
Man of the world,
falling fast to
Netherlands.
forget my name. It's like a hurricane, wanting to try and stay. Pain won't go away, causing more.
Man of the world, India.
What am I even for? Feels like I'm being torn. Hurts more than ever before. Even now, I'm still in the same store.
Yo, I am in this ditch and it's cold. The wind's flickering, throw into the midst of my woe. Like, I wish I could picture a moment where
of
I'm
the
the
world,
victor and holding my own
Ukraine.
triumph. But I know that's a lie and I'm struggling. These days I'm stuck in my bleak ways, still fumbling. Like my effort would never release pain. Hunger and sheer rage is crumpled in each page. I'm rummaging through my very unsettling weak ways. And I'm wishing I could take it back to the times when I was just a youngin' and tracking old rhymes and things was still fine. But now I'm too blind to see. I'm in the blizzard, I hang with no life. Trying to make this thing happen with zero budget. Music's beautiful, hope that I do it justice. It's getting crazy, it's hailing, man, should've run. But nothing can phase me, I'm awake, but I'm fully numb. It's like a hurricane,
Wanting to try and stay. The pain won't go away, causing more. What am I even for? Feels like I'm being torn. It hurts more than ever before. Even now, I'm still in the same story.
Ladies and gentlemen, our top 5 finalists for the Man of the World 4th edition. When we come back, we will watch our reigning king, Jingkyu Kim, do his final look. And he will finally award our next Man of the World, the 4th edition. Stay tuned.
Welcome once again to the Man of the World, the 4th edition Grand Finals here in the beautiful Convention Center.
Yes, Carla, and we are ready on the final stretch of the competition, aren't we?
So sad to admit it, but yes, Fabio, in a very short while we will finally be announcing the Man of the World Grand Winner. But for sure, there is one man in this convention center who is really the saddest, and that is our reigning Man of the World King.
That is for sure, Carla, but as they say, if there's a new one, the former one should pave the way.
Sad it may be, but he may be doing his farewell walk tonight, but his reign will definitely be one of the longest and most memorable in the Man of the World history.
Ladies and gentlemen, to do his farewell walk as the reigning Man of the World King. Here he is, the King loved by all, Jinkyu Kim.
안녕하세요. 저는 2019 Man of the World 위너 김진규라고 합니다. As your Man of the World 2019, I would like to say thank you for everything. In the past 3 years, I have experienced the Philippine culture and met many Filipino fans. I would like to say thank you to my past foundation family, headed by Kuya Carlo Morris Galang. Thank you so much for the chance you have given me. I'm now ready for my acting career in Korea. Special thanks as well to our sponsor owner, Janeline. You are an amazing person. To my national director, Ricky, if not for you, I will not be here. To my friends, Melanie and Kim, I will never forget the fun moment we have together. Finally, to my family in Korea, my parents, my young brother Jin Hyung, and to my older sister Jihae, I love you and I miss you. See you really soon. Once again, this is Jin Kyu Kim, your Man of the World 2019. Officially signing off.
Another big round of applause to Jinkyu Kim.
Thank you very much, our reigning king, Jinkyu Kim. You truly made the entire world proud, and the entire Man of the World organization really happy with who and what you have become. Congratulations once again, and 사랑합니다.
How do you say it?
사랑합니다.
Sarhamida, yes. And we have now arrived to the most anticipated part of this competition, because right now we will award our Man of the World 2022.
That's right, but before that, we would like to announce that we will be giving special awards from Eostre to our top 5 finalists this evening. So you guys will be taking home an additional prize courtesy of Eostre. And this will also be given to Man of the World Nigeria.
Oh, nice. So he already has an award.
Yes. And this is care of course, Miss Faye and Miss Karen. So maraming salamat. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have the list. But before we announce the list, before we open up this list, we will now present the plaque of appreciation to all of our judges. To present the plaque, please welcome on the stage Miss Jeneline Pumesca and Sir Carlo Moras Galang.
A big round of applause to them. Welcome here on stage. We are reaching now the most anticipated part of the competition. Please join us on stage, our panel of judges. Be recognized. They are amazing work tonight with us. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause this evening. I'm sure it's not a very easy job to do.
Definitely not.
Decide who will be the Man of the
With all
World.
these looking guys here, these good looking guys, it's hard to make a decision.
Good intelligent guys.
And also, oh, what do we have here?
So, Mr. Lin and Mr. Carlo will be giving act of appreciation to our judges this evening. The plaque appreciation to Ms. Jeneline Floresa. Yes. For hosting the station of the Man of the World for the edition on June 9, 18, 2022 Philippines. Given the coronation next day of June 2022 at the Baguio Convention Center, Baguio, Philippines. Signed by the President of BEPS Incorporated, Sir Carlo Morris Galang.
So now let's call here to receive the plate of appreciation. Open Ricalde. Thank you so much. There you go, your plate of appreciation. Your plate of appreciation.
Up next, Kao Seung Tai.
Our next judge, Jojo Tagays. Our next judge, Team Ace, Marina Naining. Thank you so much.
Our next judge to receive the plaque is Mr. Mohammed Nagaman Agat.
Do you have some more here?
Next judge is Ms. Charlene Zabalabatin.
Miss Kimberly 7 Bonitas. Thank you so much. Miss JB Mahiter. Mr. J. Mahiter.
And Ms. Myla Abdilana. And Ms. Pinky Longo.
Thank you so much once again. Our panel of judges for tonight. Thank you for joining us here. Let's photo op before we proceed with our final. Are you excited?
I'm very excited. Very, very excited. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is it, the announcement of the winners of the Man of the World 4th edition.
Let's start with our Man of the World 4th runner-up. Let's see their names here. Our Man of the World 4th runner-up is Vietnam. Congratulations. Our Man of the World 4th runner-up.
Congratulations to Man of the World Vietnam, our 4th runner-up. Now we move on to our 3rd runner-up. Our 3rd runner-up for Man of the World is Man of the World, Netherlands.
Congratulations, our 3rd placer, Man of the World, 3rd runner-up, Netherlands. Now let's call our Man of the World 2nd runner-up. Please welcome here our Man of the World 2nd runner-up, Philippines.
Or 2 men, gentlemen left.
2 men standing.
2 men standing. And one of them is going to be Man of the World 2022. I would like to clarify and make clear that the name I call first is the new Man of the World. And the second name I call will then be coincidentally the 1st runner-up.
Yes, that's correct.
Here we go! Just to add that the 1st runner-up's role is very crucial if and in case that the reigning Man of the World cannot fulfill his duty and responsibilities, the 1st runner-up will immediately take his place. The new Man of the World 2022 is
She's used to that. She likes to create that.
How about we go home? Let's come back tomorrow. Man of the World 2022 is India!
Congratulations!
And our first runner-up is Man of the World, Ukraine.
Yes, our first runner-up is important in the moment that the Man of the World grand winner fails to perform his duties. Congratulations, Man of the World, India!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your new Man of the World is India! India, you may now take your seat as the new Man of the World.
May we ask now the Man of the World, India, to please go to the front for our traditional crowning. Congratulations once again, Man of the World, India. Now you'll be receiving your Rika sash, your Man of the World sash, cape, and Man of the World bouquet.
To the new Man of the World, you may now take your seat and be officially crowned as the new and reigning Man of the World 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, to take his first walk as the new reigning Man of the World, put your hands together for India!
Woo! Big round of applause. Congratulations.
Congratulations once again to our Man of the World 2022. And on behalf of PEPBS Foundation Incorporated and Ray Casa Group of Companies, I am your host, Carla Henry.
I'm Fabio Ide.
This has been a great night. Thank you for letting us be your host tonight and wishing you all be safe and be healthy. Good night, everyone, and we'll see you all again next year for Man of the World 2023.
Thank you, everybody. Good night and enjoy the rest of your evening. Congratulations, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
A big thank you also to our backstage correspondents, Iñaki, Jamie, and Christelle.
Of course.
You guys did an amazing job.
This is Iñaki Torres. Again, thank you.
And I am Dexter Jamie. A great night. And I am Christelle Gala. Good night.
Teaching the world is my goal. I really believe that this is my call. Sharing my knowledge to everyone. Education will save us all.